Hello and welcome back to Norland and our Surrounded Challenge series. Now if you are new to the series, you can check in the description and I have added the actual challenge rules there, as well as to the other episodes of the series. But of course, I do recommend going back to part 1 and just watching all the way through to this point so that you are not confused about how we got here. So with that out of the way, let's get right back into it. And in the last episode, we expanded our brewing capabilities. Now, as you can see, we are actually missing Amrauer as a manager on this one, but that's because he is gone right now. Now, on the other hand, we have Elsa waiting to be hired because her contract expired. And so now we don't have a manager on a lot of these other buildings as well. So we're just kind of waiting. We did get those prisoners from a bandit camp that we purchased them from, and that's actually where Amrauer is returning from, so we'll wait until he gets back and then we'll deal with Elsa and deal with these managers. Okay, as you can see here, Amrauer is back, and the very first thing that we need to do is have him go and hire Elsa. We'll do that now. And then we'll also place him onto this brewery. This one's not yet done, right? Needs 2 more wood. And now we need to kind of establish how we want to do the rest of this. So one thing is, as you can see, he got the 15 management skill, which means we really need to get that chancellery up and running. We will worry about that soon. And the reason, if you do not know, if you have maybe not played the game or you haven't played it very far, the chancellery at level 15 management with the star will basically allow you to use it without using up any paper whatsoever. So makes it very, very good for handling managers. So, what are we going to do about all these? We have to decide what we want Elsa to do. And I think what we're going to have Elsa do is just take care of these lumber mills and this warehouse right here, as well as this rye field down here once it's completed. So with that said, Amrauer can take care of this mill. He can take care of this rutabaga field as well. Now, in total, that's what, 8 things? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 actually, and it will be 10 when this is completed. But our plan is to get this chancellery up and running, and I think we're going to place it down right about here, because his house is right here. So he'll just have to walk right here every day. That's all he has to do. So I think this is perfect. We're going to set this to build first, but the problem is we don't have tools, so it's actually not going to get built first either way. Now we do have these camp of forest bandits over here as well, and we haven't been able to deal with that. Now, I'm wondering if we maybe can deal with that in this episode. The issue is, I think we actually have had some desertions. Let's see. Total number of warriors, yeah, their average mood is 29. I feel like we had more, and unfortunately we have a Tanea warrior in here as well, so that's not very good. We don't have the money to actually hire anybody else, but what we could maybe think about doing is freeing these prisoners, but I think we kind of just want to sell them and get money back. I think one issue that we've had so far is that we've been a little bit too, let's say, careless, or maybe reckless, in that this is a challenge series and I spent pretty much all of the money that we had to start with. So that's, yeah, I think we're going to have to be a little bit more careful and maybe try to stock up some gold before we try to push really anything any further. Because this was kind of a problem in the last series too, is that we just didn't have the money and we kept kind of spending what money we did get. Now this, as you can see, this is one of the new unique guests. And I actually don't know what we can do with them. Sacrifice the firstborn. In search of new souls, if you are willing to offer him the king's firstborn, the cult will be able to kill any of your enemies in any part of Norland. You will never see the child you sacrifice again. Afterwards, you will be able to discreetly eliminate any enemy. Whoa. So this is kind of like the Faceless Men from Game of Thrones. If you know what that, except I don't think that offering the firstborn was always necessary, but that is one thing that you could do. So yeah, that's basically, seems to be directly inspired by that, actually. How interesting. So anyways, we need to worry about tools. That is kind of the main goal of this episode. And in order to get tools, we need the workshop. And in order to get the workshop, we're also going to need the coal furnace, I believe. Yes, because you need to make coal in order to actually make the tools, right? Yes, one coal, one iron. So those are 2 books that we need to get. Otherwise, we pretty much need to try to get this mill up and running. We need this rye field up and running, so we're actually just going to take this off a build first for now, because we don't want the wood getting placed in there. We may even try to get this temple up and running, because that would be an easy way to improve everybody's mood, even if they're not making enough money. But for right now, we need the mill, and we need this rye field, so I'm going to pass a little bit of time, and I will get back to you soon. Okay, of course, I did talk about putting Elsa back on the stuff, but she hadn't been hired yet. So we're just going to do that really quick now. Now, another thing I am considering, we unfortunately didn't get the Holy Caravan tonight, whatever. But as you can see, our prisoners are super, super upset, and they will actually try to run away. Which, if that happens, then we've pretty much wasted our gold, of course. So what we're going to do, where should we place this? Can we place, oh, okay, we can flip it. Alright. Does right there look okay? I feel like that doesn't look very good. How many could we place? It looks like we might be able to place the second one. No, I don't think there's enough room. Okay, so we're just going to place it across. Actually, we'll place it next to the barracks. Yes. Place it next to the barracks. Okay, so we'll place one right here. I don't know. Maybe I should have just moved the barracks down now that I'm thinking about it. We're not going to worry about it now. It doesn't look super great, but that's okay. Okay, and here's another problem. So, the Matriarch's relationship is -23 right now. Now, this guy's Cadence, obviously, even though he kind of looks like a priest or whatever, he's just part of that cult, and so increasing his relationship isn't going to help. Now, what about Bishop's opinion, -15? Why is that? Because our Bishop actually... Oh, no, he doesn't like us. Okay, so that's actually going to be more important. I was thinking about maybe flesh wolf hunting with Elsa, but as you can see, actually, their relationship is pretty good now. I'm not sure how that actually happened. But now we just need the 400 gold to be able to grant her a title. I also don't know how... Did we actually spend 16 rings just giving them all to Elsa? I didn't even realize. So, that's one thing to consider if you're going to go with a low persuasion skill. I believe you only had to spend like 6 or something if you had a pretty high persuasion skill. So apparently that is actually way more important than I ever thought. However, I might just be misremembering the actual amounts, but I'm pretty sure it was not 16. So that's how many we had to spend, apparently, to get Elsa back. So we really need to grant her a title as soon as possible. However, anyways, the most important thing right now is that we try to improve our relationship with our bishop. Because if we don't do that, yeah, as you can see, it's now -25 here. It says -24 here. I think that's just that it hasn't updated. Or opinion of Amrauer -9. Oh, okay. Yeah, that actually... Okay, that improved our relationship substantially. Oh, that's terrific. Okay. Because at -25, the Holy Caravan will stop coming to your city. So now that that's done, can we maybe have Unetra also? Because... What was her last? The next desire can be expected in a few days. Okay. Because if they hate each other too much, especially because he's Tanea, there's even stronger, because we did do the, I don't even remember the name of it now, but it's basically a modifier that causes all the cultures with xenophobia to hate each other even more. So, Macaw and Tanea, they're xenophobic towards each other, so actually they will try to murder each other if they dislike each other. So, we don't want that. Now, as you can see, we lost yet another peasant. Their relationship isn't good, but it's actually not... It's not that bad. Ooh, okay, so this... We actually probably should have bought a little bit more medical salves, because the price does seem to go up pretty often. So we probably could have made a little bit more money there. However, that's just something we're going to have to deal with, so we don't need this Chancellery book anymore. Did we already do Fighting Drought? I actually forgot to put Elsa back on Mace Stun as well. That's not good. We probably should do that. We're also going to need 5 ranks so that Amrauer isn't depressed. Actually, he's not depressed about it, though. Okay, maybe we'll wait on these then. And otherwise, I would like to buy a little bit of flour, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that. I can't really buy anything else because we need this coal furnace and we need this workshop. So that's already sending 47 gold. What can we do about that? Maybe we just sell a little bit of beer. I don't really want to do this, but I don't want to spend the money either. And then we can get rid of... Okay, so these... Wow, holy crud. So these are 50 each. We spent basically 12 each on them. That is actually a pretty massive sum of gold. So that's pretty nice. Now we have 345 extra. Can we actually buy a little bit of flour then? Let's see. Did not receive a salary. Moderate fatigue. Did not receive a salary. So they're not actually starving. So we could actually just hold on to this gold then. Now, should we also buy... We can't buy tools. We need a relationship of 0 with the Matriarch. So we can't do that now. However, do we have enough? We have enough iron. We have the iron to make the tools, but we need the coal. We can't buy that either. Okay, so this seems like all we can do for now. Yes, okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go in here. We're going to place Elsa back on this mace stun. Is there anything that... Well, of course we need Amrauer on the workshop. And in fact, it may even be better to worry about the coal first. Yes. Okay. Now hopefully this won't take everybody too long to do all this research. Now, so one thing I'm thinking, so I was actually planning to attack this camp of forest bandits, but I actually think because we can occasionally get those prisoner events, that we'll keep that one, but try to get rid of this one that's in our territory. So what we're going to do, we're going to sign up Unetra and Elsa into this fight. Now, this isn't a super good army. I highly doubt they're actually going to be able to deal with this. But 47%, I mean, I guess we can try, right? I guess we can try. Oh, and as you can see, they're actually cutting right through here now. I'm pretty sure they used to kind of go around mountains. I used to complain a lot about the pathfinding, but in this case, it seems like they actually just went right through, so I don't know if that was a new update. We are on the beta branch, so it could definitely be something to do with that. Now, let's just see if we can actually do this. If nobody dies before we make it over there, we might be okay. Oh, okay, this is actually looking pretty good. Yes, okay, we are melting them now. Alright, we got this. I'm pretty sure we got this. Yes. Alright, good stuff. That is actually super good. We get that out of our area, and as well we get the plus 12 attitude from the Matriarch, and 200 loot, and 6 prisoners, so that is terrific. I'm super happy about that. Okay. That'll actually give us the loot that we need as well, I think, to give Elsa a title. Yes, it did. Okay. So now we just need to disband. Or did they disband themselves? Yes, okay. So now, grant a title. And that will save us a lot of headaches in the future. Amrauer's running out to greet you guys, but not his wife. He's just like, I am here to make you one of our barons, I guess? I'm not actually sure. Does it actually ever, like, give a name to what kind of title they get? I think it's just a title. A free lord. Well, no. She shouldn't be a free lord. We granted her an actual title. Contract will end in 9 days. That doesn't matter. Well, either way, I'm going to call her a baron. I think that makes perfect sense. Okay, so as you can see, because we have prisoners, there are actually 5 of them that are totally unemployed. Of course, they're super unhappy too. Hopefully they don't run away before the caravan gets here. But what we need to do, we need to put Amrauer on the mill there, and we need to put Elsa on this rye field. We need to make a road down to there, but it's going to be way too expensive to do that right now. I suppose what we could do, maybe we don't actually need this road right now. It's kind of just burning money. They're just going to kind of walk this way anyways, too, I think. So I think it would actually be better to have a road kind of going right here, and then they might actually use it. I don't think they're using it right now, though, and it is just the herbalist, so she really doesn't need to get here very fast, because all of her bushes are literally going to be right there, or his or her. So I think we can just take that money back, and we could make a road down to here. I don't know if we even really necessarily need one, though. How much is it going to cost? That's the question. 100. A full 100 gold. Okay, I think we're going to have to just deal with having no road here as well. It's not terrific. It's not the best thing, but it's just something we kind of have to deal with. We need to have extra gold lying around. We're still losing peasants because they're not all receiving a salary. Oh, and they're all fatigued. Why are they fatigued? They definitely have beer. Is it too expensive? Let's see. It is not. Maybe we need to put the amount. Oh, yes, that was probably what was happening. Yeah, there was only 10 alcohol for sale per day. Oh boy, I don't know if that is default or if I did that. But either way, so we're gonna take off the rutabaga from prisoners as well. We don't really want them to eat the rutabaga. We'd rather turn that into moonshine. And we'll allow them, go ahead and drink beer, go ahead and drink moonshine. That's all fine to me. Now, normally I would increase the amount of gold that our warriors produce, or earn, but we're not going to do that because we just don't have the money for it. Now, warriors have plenty of gold, so they should be able to buy that beer. Okay, that looks good then. Now, we also have kind of been ignoring Zivred over here. That's just because there's been so many other things. But I'm going to go ahead and have Amrauer and Zivred go and hunt some flesh wolves. That'll get them some meat. That should be pretty good. At the same time, we also still need to consider our relationship here with Hadolf. Bishop actually likes us decently well. Did they already finish hunting? It looks like they did. Or no, he's leaving, maybe? I don't think they actually went and hunted. Maybe there's a flesh wolf right here. And, of course, that flesh wolf invasion is actually coming as well. We need to consider that. Apparently this guy got injured. That's unfortunate because we don't have medical salves. He might die. Yeah. 36 hours. Alright, when the caravan gets here, we will try to buy a medical salve for him. Oh, wow, look at this. Look at Iska. Very, very great combat-based lord here. And Macaw. We need 17 rings, it looks like. I don't think we're going to be able to hire her. That is super unfortunate. She looks really, really good at just about everything. She is 40, though. So I guess that is one thing. Alright, so here we are back at the caravan. Okay, nice. So the medical salves, they did drop again in price. That's great. However, I don't think we have really anything besides these prisoners to sell. Kind of, let's see. This guy actually has combat skills. It's combat skill of 4. This one has a combat skill of 3, 4. We only really want the ones that are Macaw, I think. But at this price, I think we just have to sell them. I think we have to. Now, at the same time, we still do not have enough to buy these tools, and even enough relationship, that is. But even if we did, a cost of 70 is pretty ridiculous. I do not think that I would do that. Should we just maybe buy as many of these medical salves as we can? I'm thinking we might. Now, we're also going to buy a few rings, but we're not going to be able to buy as many as I would like. And I think that's about all we can really do right now. In fact, this is kind of doing too much. I might have to send one ring back. And that keeps us at about the same number of gold. Okay, so that's about all we can do there. Now, is there anything any last kind of minute details here that we need to take care of. Might be good to go ahead and start making a little bit. This order will not be fulfilled because all production buildings of this type have been stopped. Or do not have workers, really. We'll have to check that out in a second. But we're going to go ahead and start a moonshine production. What's the deal here? It says production stopped, but I think that might just be... I think it might be kind of misunderstanding. I think it's that beer is a higher priority. I think that's probably what's going on. Okay, yeah, it's not showing anymore, so that appears to be what's going on. Now we have to decide whether or not we should make yet another mill, because it still does not seem like they're making enough flour for us. And let's see, when we do have prisoners as well, we want to make sure that they have some level of job. Now, can we upgrade any of these? No, we would need to use our iron, and we really don't want to do that. Okay, well, in that case, we will probably build one more mill. Right there. And that, I think, is going to end it for this episode. So, definitely actually a pretty good one, I think, because we are expanding our gold. We have made Elsa one of our actual lords. We've improved our relationship with the Matriarch. Basically, everything that we needed to do, we have done in this episode. Now, it looks like Stranovoy is of marriage age and is looking for proposals from brides. So, of course, if things got bad enough, I guess we could have Elsa go and be his bride, and we would get 700 gold for that. I don't think that's worth it at all. Yeah, that's... especially for the fact that we spent like 32 or something rings, I think, on Elsa. Be pretty bad. But it looks like we could recruit some of these bandits. Not probably going to do that. So we may actually just take out this camp so it gets reset. But yeah, so I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.